Today, in this lecture, we'll learn the most important skill in trading: identifying valid market structure using bosses, coaches, and inducements. Mastering this skill will undoubtedly help you become a profitable trader. So, consider each concept carefully and thoroughly to avoid confusion. So let's start, and this is where our market begins. The first thing you need to look at in the market is the inducement. And what is an inducement? Our last valid pullback is called an inducement. This is a valid pullback. Now, when the price collects this inducement, it means it absorbs the liquidity of this pullback. For example, if the price absorbs the liquidity here, then my inducement will be considered valid. Then after taking the indication, when the price closes above this high, this is our break of structure, boss. Look again, the price moved up from here, an indication was made. We didn't mark boss here. Our break of structure will only occur when the price collects this indication and breaks this swing high as we have done here. So I'll mark this swing high, boss. Did you understand this far? Now look further. Do you see any pullback in this leg? So look here, a valid pullback is forming. So I'll mark this as an indication because this is the last pullback of this leg. So where will our change of character come in? Where is our higher low? That is here. Now a change of character or a catch means that if the price closes below this level it was initially in an uptrend, but after the catch the price may go into a downtrend. So a change of character signals a trend change, and a break of structure signals a trend continuation. Now look ahead, we mark this as an inducement. Now the price moves up, it doesn't collect this inducement, it creates another valid pullback here. So I'll move my inducement from here and bring it back here. Just remember, the last pullback will become our inducement. So which is the last pullback here? This one. So I marked it as an inducement here. First, understand this animation thoroughly, then I'll explain it thoroughly on the real chart so that every detail becomes clear to you. Now look carefully here. So far we've only marked one coach and one boss. So when will the next break of structure form? When the price collects this inducement and closes above this high. So let's see what the price does. The price moves down, it collects this inducement and breaks the structure above this high. So I'll mark this as my second low. Now where will my change of character be created? Here. No, my change of character will remain the same. Do you know the reason? Because the price hasn't made any inducements in this leg yet, meaning it hasn't made a single pullback. The price has simply broken the structure, so this low mark will be my inducement, not my change of character. If the price had made a pullback here, I would have marked it as an inducement and this as a change of character. But there's nothing like that here, so I'll delete it. Now we understand the market conditions up to this point. If the price goes below this low, our trend will change. If the price goes above this low, our break will be the structure. So watch what the price does next. The price suddenly comes down, breaks our change of character, and closes down. The price was only going up. Now for the first time, the price falls below this point. So what does this mean? It means that the market conditions have changed from an uptrend to a downtrend. So now we'll map the downward market structure. So look, this leg made a point. Do you see a valid pullback in it? If you look closely, there's a valid pullback here. And whatever the last pullback is, what does it become? Induction. All the same rules we applied in the uptrend apply here. Only the market direction will be downward. So this is our inducement mark. Now the market reverses from here and collects this inducement. So where will my downward breakout structure or boss be marked? When the price collects this inducement, which it already has, then my downward breakout structure will be marked. So the price has already formed a breakout structure here. So where should I mark my change of character? At this high, because the price hasn't made any indications in this leg. If the price had made an indication here, my indication would have been here and my change of character would have been here. But there's nothing like that here. I hope you're getting the point. If you don't understand anything, keep drawing with pen and paper and ask in the comments. But it's very important for you to learn this. After this, we'll explore it on the real chart and you'll get even more clarity. But you have to learn it. Now our market is shorted up to this point. If the price closes above this change of character, we'll draw a market structure for an uptrend. And if the price continues to move down, we'll draw a market structure for a downtrend by applying an indication. I hope you've understood this far. Now let's draw it on the real chart. Then you'll understand it even better. So I first open a gold chart in the 1 hour time frame. Starting from the October chart until December, we'll mark it candle by candle. So pay close attention. We start here after this breakout, and what do we need to look for? First, an inducement. Since the price is moving upwards, you'll find a valid pullback here. I'm assuming you already know how to spot a valid pullback. If not, then watch my video on valid pullbacks to understand the things. If I explain it here, you won't grasp the main concept. So watch that video to understand. This is a valid pullback because it swept the master candle's low and closed above its high. This is the last pullback in this leg, so I mark this as my first inducement. Now, when will my inducement be confirmed? When the price comes down here and collects this inducement. So the price doesn't go down, it goes straight up and makes another pullback. You can see it here. Now you'll ask why I didn't accept this pullback. Look here, this candle's low has been swept, but it hasn't closed above the high yet. Price is just forming wicks, and we need a candle body, meaning a closing. Until then, our valid pullback won't happen. Then the price moves down and finally closes here. So I've marked this as my last pullback, and this will become my inducement. So I'll shift the inducement from here and bring it here. So far, you see, we haven't found our boss yet. We'll find the boss when the price collects the inducement and closes above the high. But nothing like that has happened yet. So let's see what the price does next. Look here, the market doesn't collect the inducement and makes another pullback. You should be able to see this one. So I'll shift my inducement from here and bring it here. Now look further. Price doesn't collect this one either, instead making another pullback. So now I'll mark this one as an inducement and move forward here. You'll see price makes another pullback without collecting this one. So now I'll shift the inducement here. Price is moving up only by making a pullback. So now this is my external candle, and price has liquidated here and closed above its high. So now my inducement will be marked here. This might seem like a very boring task to you, but it's magic. Once you understand one more, everything will change. You'll find out how later. So this is our last inducement. Now let's move forward. And you'll see for the first time our price has collected an inducement. All this time we've only been marking pullbacks. But for the first time, price has collected an inducement. So now our inducement is collected. Now I want the price to close above this high. Then I'll mark it as a break of structure, meaning a boss. We haven't found a boss or coach yet. So let's see what the price does next. Now look here, the price doesn't close above the high, but instead falls further. Now those who don't know how to map market structure will think that the price has changed the trend. Because there's been so much selling in the market, that's what they think. But, the market is just panicking. If the coach hasn't been marked yet, how can the trend change? The price is still in an uptrend. So look from here, the price started from here, then it made a pullback and went up. The first time the market went down, it collected this incentive. So now I'll take the line down, and this entire move will be counted as a single move. Because this isn't a structure, it's just a single move. The price just went and been collected up to here. So when will the breakout structure occur? When the price closes above this high. I'll mark it. And our inducement will remain here for now. This one won't. It will form when the price closes above the high. That means a breakout. I'll mark it after that. So let's see what the price does next. The price moves up and finally closes above this high. So I'll mark this structure break as a breakout, meaning a breakout of the structure. Now, first I'll shift my inducement from here to here. And now, look at this leg. Is there a final pullback forming? Look, this one here is the final pullback. So I'll shift my inducement from here to here. And where will my change of character occur? At this lowest point. I hope you understand my point. If the price hadn't made any inducements in this leg, my inducement wouldn't have come here. Then it would have just been an inducement. But this leg has a pullback, so I'll mark it as an inducement and a coach. Now, until the price closes below this coach, our trend will remain in an uptrend. The trend won't change. So after all this hard work, we've only marked one boss and one coach, and any ups and downs in between are merely internal structures. Your main structure will remain external and will be 100% accurate. So let's see if the price collects the inducement next. You can see that the price doesn't collect the inducement and makes another pullback straight away. So I'll mark it as my inducement. I'll shift the inducement from here and bring it to here. Now let's see if the price collects this inducement. The price reverses from here and finally collects this inducement. You'll see this lower wick. When we mark the BOS and CHOCH, we'll look at the candle's closing. But when we look at the inducement, we'll also consider the candle's wick. Now look ahead, where will our breakout structure occur? When the price closes above this high. You can see that the price closes above the high. So I'll mark it as my second BOS. And now my inducement will shift from here to here. Then look at this leg. Are you getting any inducement? If you look at this candle here, you'll see it's the lowest point. I mean, this one will become our change of character. So I'll mark it. Now, if the price goes below this, the market trend may change. The price may go from an uptrend to a downtrend. So let's see if the price collects this inducement. So let's see if the price comes down and collects this inducement as well. Now, where will I mark the BOS? Here. If the price closes above this high, my BOS will be confirmed. And the price also moves higher and breaks the structure. So our BOS is confirmed. So let's draw the line again. The price starts from here. It goes up. It makes a higher high. It comes down. It makes a higher low. Then it makes a higher high again and moves forward. So you can see how the price movement looks. So look here again. So first I'll shift my investment from here to here. And then look here. Do you see any last pullback here? If you look closely, this pullback is a valid pullback. So I'll now shift this investment from here to here. In the meantime, there were investments made here as well, but none were collected. So I've marked it directly to avoid wasting time. So this is our last indication, which we shifted from here and marked here. So this low will become my change of character. Now you should be able to understand my point clearly. Because this leg has made a BOS, so this will be our change of character. Just remember this rule. Until the market collects the inducement, there will be no BOS. And until there is a BOS, there will be no CHOCH. So all three rules apply here. So I marked the CHOCH here. Now our inducement is here and our change of character is here. Now let's see if the price collects the inducement. So the price reverses. It collects this inducement. You can see here. Now, where will my break of structure occur? When the price closes above this high, I will mark it as BOS. But the BOS has not been confirmed yet, so I will wait for the break. Now look here. The price low we've already marked. We've extended it. So you see, the price has broken the proper change of character. For so long, we've been drawing the market structure in an uptrend. But now, as soon as the low is reached, we'll draw the downside market structure. So let's start by finding the inducement. So from here, the price reverses and closes below this low. So this entire area will become my valid pullback. And the last pullback is our inducement. So I'll mark it as my inducement. Now, when will the downside BOS be formed? When will the price collect this inducement and close below this structure? Then my downside breakdown structure will be marked. So let's see what the price does next. Look here, the price doesn't collect this inducement, but makes another pullback. So I'll shift the inducement from here and bring it here. So far, you'll see that only our change of character has been marked. We haven't found the downside BOS yet. So if you draw it, the price has come straight from the top down to here in a single move. Whatever structure you see in between is an internal structure. So now we'll wait to see if the price takes this indication. So you see, the price has taken our indication. Now, when the price breaks this low, this will be our boss count. So I'll draw the boss line so you can understand. Now let's wait to see if the price breaks another structure. Now look, from October 28th to December 20th, the price has neither broken this structure nor this one. If the price breaks this lower structure, then our downside boss will be confirmed. But if the price closes above this high, it will mark the start of a new market structure. We'll draw an uptrend market structure. You can see how much the market has fluctuated. We won't trade for that long because what we've marked now is a judge of the overall market conditions. Just tell only use that. We won't use larger data. We'll look at daily or weekly charts either in. But for now, we've only drawn the overall market structure point by point, candle by candle. We've explained each element thoroughly. So I suspect no one has explained it to you in this way, candle by candle, on a live chart. So tell me what topic you want the next video to be about. Please write in the comments section and I'll cover it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.